Alright guys, sorry about that. We're back online. I had to restart everything here. We had a quick power failure. Let's see. Alright, so we've broken down. That's the high, that's the low. See how we tipped into that 50%. So let's see if we can form that swing high so we can push price lower here. Alright, so let's see if we're getting this. Move down. Alright, that's the swing high. If this candle closes, I'm most probably going to try a short again. Probably need to connect to this. Okay, let's see if we can pull up into this candle. Okay, let's just take it. Stop loss is right there. Take profit, we'll put it back down here. Alright, so we are making low lows, and as you have it, straight through the top. Okay. Alright, so that's 2 down, so obviously I'm not going to force anything now. There's no fair value gaps here, there's little inefficiencies here. So maybe this is just going to play for time sideways and then go lower a bit later. So now I'm just going to sit on the side and observe. I don't have any liquidity above. I mean, that's liquidity there, but alright, so I'm not taking anything right now, so we're just gonna have to sit and wait and see when market actually opens a bit later. What I do want to do, I want to put a marker in here quickly and just see where are we from a opening gap perspective. So we're pretty close to where we are yesterday, and I mean there's a gap up here. Right, this is the first gap that formed now. It's this one here. Let's see. Okay, so now we just have to wait, guys. I mean, there's nothing happening here right now. I mean, we're going up, not sure why. I mean, there's liquidity. Okay, so we might see price go higher because we're taking all this out, so maybe we want to go up here. I mean, let's mark it out. A little gap here. See if there's anything in there for that test. Take it out, and the reason I'm taking it out is we have already gone there. Taking this, okay, so little two equal highs there. Creating new equal highs. Again, they're just moving up. There's gonna come a time, guys, where we're gonna drop down here. Okay, so where would we go now? We would obviously, let's go for this high here. Again, even if you wanted to take these trades, there was nothing in here giving you you know, there's no retest here, there's no retest there, there's no black candles making new swing lows to take you up there. So this is just again straight up. There was no, I mean, there's liquidity there, but there was nothing here that told me, or I would have looked differently to say, oh, we're going to go up here. I mean, if we've got so much sell side that I thought the only way we're going to do this is going down. Never mind going up. Okay, so now we see aggressive move, but that can only be a, I mean, it could only be a bounce here. Even with that black candle, I can't just take it blindly thinking we're going to go down from here. I mean, little equal lows on top of this fair value gap. And we could see something spike in there and then carry on higher. Okay, let's see what it does now. Little gap up here. Nothing big. Alright, so we've taken this high out. Swing high, swing low. If this candle comes and invert this little fair value gap, I'll consider taking a short here. We've taken out a high, we reject it from there, formed a swing low. If we close below it and invert this, that will give me some confirmation to go at least down to here. But then that high should stay intact. Take this out because we could look at running that high again. Be nice to see us running a high like this with a fair value gap and then invert it, and then then it would be a good type of setup. Right, price is about here, so let's see. There's a gap here. There's a gap up here as well, but there's a down candle there, so I'm just going to mark those out and see if there's any relevance there. Alright, so we about less than 20 minutes away from the 9:30 start, and then we might see a more aggressive move. And maybe all of this could just be manipulation before we see the drop. Alright, so these two little highs, little equal high, there's a little gap. If you go far to the left, you'll see there's a little gap there. Alright, so as you can see, price is literally stuck there in a little range. I think while we wait for this, one of the issues or the mistakes I make as a trader still is I would sometimes look at certain levels and I keep telling myself market must go there, and the market sometimes will go the opposite direction and continue in that direction, and the more it goes in that direction, the more I think and the more I'm telling myself but the market must go down. to that level. And when I sit back and relook at what I've done, I could have made money on the way up because there was a lot of signs there. So just be careful sometimes when you get too married to the direction that you want price to go into, that you don't see the opportunities. So try to be as open-minded as possible. I don't see why we should go up now, but I mean, there is liquidity up there, but in my mind I think we should go down first. But the market obviously has got its own way, and it doesn't have to go down first. It could go up first and then down, or never come down. But I just feel this move up here is more like a manipulation. Right, see there's the spike. See how that spike filled that gap perfectly. So let's see if that's gonna hold here and create some sort of a fair value gap. Or maybe we're just filling this to go higher. It looks like a proper swing high that could potentially move lower. Again, higher lows, higher highs, so probably moving up again. I think what I'll do next time is I will not start the stream before the news come out. I'll actually wait for the news to come out first and see if it presents a nice big candle. If the candle's there, then I'll do the live stream and start earlier. If it's not there, we'll wait for 9:30. And the reason for that is also not to sit and wait an hour or something for something to happen, but also to take that what you call it, that urge out to take a trade during this time, because obviously this time is before 9:30 and obviously it's not the best time to take a trade. we're at this blue lines now. Let's see where that is and compare with the gaps. Okay, so we way up there. So if we're gonna go higher here, it's a little equal highs here, this 2230 level. That would give us a little gap to come and fall to the downside. Okay, so let's see what this candle does here, because there's a swing high, and let's see if we want to go and invert something down here. This is obviously not a A+ setup because it's like a million candles here trying to get down here. Maybe we just see acceleration down. Actually going to take it there. I expect this is going to get inverted. Try to take that down there. See if it's going to slice through this one as well. Alright, so we've got 5 minutes, and 5 minutes could, okay, this could go and test this fair value gap, which is now actually not a fair value gap anymore. What I'm thinking is price could test there, come here and drive around here, and maybe when we open could see accelerating price into this fair value gap, then come back and do something else. But for now I'm just gonna let this one ride. Wow. Now look at this, and I'm seeing this just going in there in that little gap and then reject to go lower. Yeah, I don't like the fact that we invert this IFG again. But that fair value gap is holding price. Let's see if it's going to push it down. We're in the 50, the premium zone. Hopefully we not want to go up here again. Okay, so we've got next minute we're going to open the floods, and then I'm either going to be in it or out. Alright, so there we see close from there back into that IFG. So our price is stuck between those two. I do like price to come down, take these out. I want price to go lower here, then I'll move my stop or put my stop there. Alright, so cover that gap pretty quickly. Swing low here. Want to see candle take out, invert this fair value gap and not take me to the moon. Alright, so I've collapsed that trade. I'm gonna wait for down here. Alright, so and now obviously it will make its move. take this low out. I think we're going to invert this fair value gap as well. So what I should do is take a sell here. Okay, let's see if we can actually see some downside here. Right, so let's see how aggressive this wants to go. Now it closed below this down here. 20 to 40. See, we inverted this fair value gap, which is now a IFEG, and we literally tested and then drop. This is the equal lows that we've been talking about, and now there's a bigger target lower down. So we could see a pullback here, and then push further down. Fair value gap up here. I'm going to see this fair value gap hold price. If this gets inverted now, I can just as well close it, because that's a nice push down into that liquidity and immediately go the opposite. But let's see what this IFEG, it's going to hold price to pull back into this fair value gap range. Put my stop right above that high because that's the damage, and now you might see the move lower down. If we go above that now, then it's probably best just to collapse the trade, because then we might do some other stuff up here. That white candle closes there now, it will be a nice swing high. And if you then look at this swing point to swing point, that's again in premium. That 50% of that IFEG lines up with the 50% of that swing to there. And that's where the value was to sell. And then obviously take it to at least this low and lower. It's going to be such a pain if I get stopped out here and then it drops. Alright, so unfortunately I'm out, and no, it's one of those things. Could have taken my money off here, which I probably should have, and then look for re-entry up here. Okay, so what I wanted to see is the first fair value gap. It's this one here. Because this was the first one presenting. Take that one off. You want to see this one get inverted to the downside to take price lower. Alright, so now we just have to sit back and wait and see what it does. And it seems like we want to go higher first. Right, let's see what's. I mean, now this is another swing low, swing high, close below that. So now we might see a push down, but it all depends on this first fairly gap now. Now it's probably not even going to give me the entry. See, I can't take it down. I need price to at least come up here. That's probably going to be the breakaway gap, send price all the way down. And unfortunately, I can't take a trade down here. I mean, big fair value gap here. Right, guys, I can promise you guys I'm working on these bloody internet issues, which hopefully will get resolved by next week. Alright, I don't think I'm going to get fooled on that trade. See if it wants to give me some luck here and tag me in. Too aggressive is always good. I can't get into these trades this week for some reason. I keep missing the entries and I get screwed on all the stupid entries. promise you guys now, if I sell here, we'll go and retrace all the way back up there. So I'm not gonna move my entry here. I'm just gonna leave it there. Liquidity push, come back. Was a nice setup there. Alright, I think I'm going to call it quits here. There's too many technical issues here today, and yeah, it looks like we're going to go to our targets, and then we've got some nice targets down here. The only problem is I don't have a trade, but I'll get it next time around. Thanks for you guys for your support, those who joined. Sorry about the inconvenience between the two streams, but we'll get it right. Take care, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.